inquire further, the parents who put up with and calmed our teenage stubbornness and angst, the mentors and coaches who pushed us beyond what we thought our limits were. Yet, in addition to the giants in our personal lives, we stand on the shoulders of the great innovators of our time. In September 1997, around the time when many of us were being born, the Google search engine went online for the first time. Today, we can Google whatever our hearts desire and get billions of related web results in less than a second. Before Google and other internet search engines, if we ever wanted to know something, we would have had to go to the library and hopefully find a book closely enough related to what we wanted to know. We now have the entirety of human knowledge at our fingertips, and it is only in these past 18 years that this has become a reality. In April 2003, when we were all in kindergarten and those at Baker were singing Puff the Magic Dragon with Mrs. Lacey, the Human Genome Project, which mapped out all of the genes that make up the human body, was completed after 13 years of collaborative international work. We have been able to better understand diseases and better link DNA mutations to different forms of cancer as a result. And modern medicine hasn't been the same since. In June 2007, after we just finished 4th grade and had studied crabs and caterpillars in our classrooms, the first iPhone was released. 2 years later, after climbing Mount Davis at Deer Valley and leaving Boise, the first Samsung Galaxy came out. By the time we reached high school in 2012, our flip phones and keyboard phones were slowly waning in favor of smartphones. And now, they're everywhere. With these tiny devices that fit in our pockets, we can take HD pictures, use the internet, communicate with anyone across the globe at the speed of light, and keep track of where we are using GPS satellites in space. Our smartphones today are over 100 million times more powerful than NASA's computers in 1969 that put 2 men on the moon. The list of life-changing advances in our lifetime goes on, but the list of giants does as well. And it goes back even further in time. All the great leaders, philosophers, scientists, thinkers in human history are part of our origins and progress today. And we also stand on the shoulders of the names of people we don't know and never will know. The hunter-gatherers, the farmers, the workers, the people who kept our ancestral lines alive over the course of mankind. The Earth itself and life have also changed drastically. From the changes in the composition of the atmosphere to the shifts in the planet's tectonic plates, our planet has grown side by side with the development of life. But even more, the elements that we all know so well, from the nitrogen in our DNA to the oxygen in our lungs, were made from the remnants of supernovas, exploding stars. We are, as the late astronomer Carl Sagan said, made of star stuff. With a universe over 13 billion years old, filled with billions of galaxies, each with billions of stars, there is much grandeur to the cosmic shoulders on which we stand. Clearly, we have quite the legacy to live up to. But we are living during an exciting age, and our future seems bright. Artificial intelligence is rapidly improving. We are learning more and more about how our brains work. Renewable energy solutions are becoming increasingly promising. The advancement of medicine is letting us live longer and healthier lives. The first Martian will be in our lifetime. At the same time, we hold a big responsibility. We are at a crossroads where we determine the future, where the fate of mankind rests in our hands. As developed as we think we have become, we as a species are in constant conflict around the globe. Conflict fueled by national and ethnic tensions on a planet whose country's borders can't even be seen from space. And global warming is perhaps the largest threat to our continued long-term survival. Last year was the warmest year in recorded history. The amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is increasing at a yearly rate that has doubled in the last 50 years. The global sea level has risen about 70 millimeters since we were born. Our planet isn't going anywhere, but we very well could. In the encompassing vastness of space, there is no greater vulnerability to our existence on our lonely rock than our own self-destruction. The Earth is our only home, so we must preserve it and keep it habitable for us and all of life on the planet. But we have great potential in our graduating class of 2016. Future engineers who designed and launched their own rockets, award-winning actors who make strides in the fine arts, tomorrow's doctors who have shadowed at hospitals and already perform medical research, statewide and nationally recognized orators who will become future government leaders. We all have aspirations to make a positive difference in the world, and I know that we can help drive mankind forward. Now let's not forget where we come from and where we should be going. Rather than waste our heritage, let's shape a future worthy of continuing that legacy. Let us become giants upon whose shoulders the future generations can stand. Thank you. I'd like to now introduce Roye.